This is just a quick video to show how I'd like you to use this site. So hopefully you found your way to obviously you found your way to the main page, and you may have had a look at my introduction, and the TED talk as well by Salman Khan is really worth looking at if you want a bit more information about how this idea of this sort of teaching has evolved. But what you need to do then is to have a look at the lessons. Now I'm going to set this out a little bit more clearly in future, but essentially it is just a sequence of things you have to work through, and there's only one page set up at the moment, but I'll add more over the next week or so, until there'll be enough work for sort of 3 to 4 weeks. So what you need to do is go to each lesson. So we go to Introduction to Equations, and what you can see on each page is that there'll be at least one video, probably two. So there'll be a video which has some theory in it, and there'll be a video that has some examples in it. With this one, it ended up being quite long, so I split that into two. So you need to really watch each video and see what's in there. So I'll let you do that, of course. Then you go down and have a look at the examples. Now I've tried to show you a selection of the types of examples that are relevant to the first part of the topic. Then once you've watched that, I will often include notes in the sections as well. So in this case I've made some general notes on paper that relate to each of the aspects of the topic. So if you click on those, it will pop up in your browser, and you can see that it's pretty much just the kind of stuff that I would write on the board. I've tried to set it out fairly neatly, and I've tried to cover everything in there. Again, if there's something here that doesn't seem quite right or doesn't make sense or whatever, just ask me about it at school or send me an email. Now as I said earlier as well, when you're watching the videos and also using my notes, I want you to be updating your own bound references, and I want you to be making a note of anything that you find difficult or don't understand, so that you can discuss that with your fellow students or with me in the next lesson. Then the other information that's bottom of the page is the exercises that you need to do. So these will be references to the textbook. And it's just a selection that you can work through. Now what I want you to do with this is to actually judge for yourselves whether you're doing okay or not. So if you find something really easy, then I want you to go quickly onto the mathematics tasks that I'm going to use to assess you on each section. So if you find these things pretty easy, then feel free to only do a few of the exercises and then attempt the mathematics tasks. Now, if you do well on those, so I think you need to get 9 out of 10 on them, or 10 out of 10 obviously, in order to move on, then you move on to the next task, and then I'll make more mathematics tasks available to you. If you find that you're not getting 9 out of 10, then there may be some areas that we need to work on, and so we'll go back to more exercises and kind of repeat until you're getting the hang of things. Now the idea of this, as I mentioned before, is that it allows you to work at your own pace. So each page will be structured like this, with the videos at the top, examples in a video, and then a table like this telling you the various activities that you need to do, and maybe having links to other resources as well. I hope that helps to explain the structure of things.